Alright, good Monday evening, everyone. It's a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Let's get right to it. This evening we've got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a transitional week. We're going to get out of this ridiculously warm pattern, more like April than January, and we're going to head into some more typical winter weather for a change at the end of this week and into the weekend. The period of time between now and then will be a little bit up and down. Tomorrow's going to be a chilly day. We've got a warmer day coming up on Wednesday. Wanted to start this evening with this picture, one of several pictures released today, and this is from the brand new, what is now called GOES 16. Before its launch, it was GOES R, but now it's called GOES 16. And this, if you're not familiar with this, this is a game changer. This is probably the biggest advance in technology in meteorology in my career. I've been doing this for 15 and a half years, and this satellite will bring us high definition pictures of clouds and animations of clouds, and can detect lightning and a whole host of other things that truly is revolutionary, and it goes operational later this year. It's getting its bearings right now. It's kind of getting into its spot in orbit. I was able to transmit a few pictures today. This is one of them of the moon and of course the Earth. And there were several other pictures released as well. If you scroll back through my Facebook from earlier, I think I attached a link that you can go check those pictures out. Check out those pictures, if you want to. They are really, really good stuff. We've got some great stuff coming down the pipe this year. We're going to be able to bring those satellite pictures to you on TV. We're going to be able to bring in those high-resolution satellite pictures into our weather system and show them to you later on this year. It should be really great. All right, we've reeled off, 7, 12, 14 consecutive above-average days, a solid 2 weeks. We had one cold stretch this month from the 5th through the 9th, and that is it. We are 7.2 degrees above the average for the month so far. Now, of course, we're going to get some colder weather later this week that'll balance this out a little, but of course, overall, January is going to go into the record books as an above-average month. And when we look at the list of warmest Januaries on record in Youngstown, now, if January were to end today, in other words, this would be the 10th warmest. But we'll see if we climb this a little bit or maybe fall back a little bit with the colder weather coming later this week. But right now, if the month were to end today, it would be the 10th warmest January on record in Youngstown. A few recent years on this list, 2002, 1998, 2006 was a notably very warm month of January here in Northeast Ohio and Western PA 11 years ago. All right, today we've had some mild temperatures and some rain, of course. Now, one thing you're seeing this evening is something we see oftentimes when our precipitation is coming in from the east, as it is tonight. It's kind of losing its intensity as it comes east of, say, I-79. Part of the reason for this is all of the higher terrain across west central and central PA. Downsloping wind gets involved here. You know, you've got a pretty sizable mountain chain, at least by eastern U.S. standards, right in through here, and as the wind descends, as the air descends from those mountains towards the Pittsburgh area and into eastern Ohio, descending air tends to dry out. That's part of the reason why you're seeing less impressive radar returns the farther west you go this evening. But this light rain is going to continue for a good chunk of the night, and it is at least not snow and sleet. They've had a pretty good sleet storm over in State College, PA this afternoon, and there will be snow and sleet and slop that continues around and north of I-80 over in PA. If you have to be traveling east on 80 for the rest of the night tonight, that's no fun. Rainfall amounts over the last 24 hours looking like this. A few bad numbers in here, of course. Hermitage has had more than 0. But 0.42 in Boardman, about a quarter of an inch downtown, 0.77 over in Elwood City in southeastern Lawrence County. The Guilford Lake and the central part of Columbiana County around Lisbon has gotten a half an inch or so worth of rain. It's also cooler. 24 hours ago, we had temperatures that were quite mild, but they're not quite so mild out there this evening, with temperatures falling slowly through the 40s. And eventually making their way into the mid-30s by the end of the night tonight. I mentioned that snow over in PA, and as soon as this loads, I'll show you what I mean by that. Here's one computer model's depiction of things. It's overdone in some places, but still, especially far northern PA, southern New York, a handful of inches of snow possibility tonight and into tomorrow morning. No snow accumulation here. High-res Futurecast showing our light rain and drizzle continuing throughout the night. Now, you might see a wet snowflake or two tomorrow morning. Not going to stick. No big deal at all. no impacts from any wet snowflakes you might see early on your Tuesday. So there's our big East Coast low. We'll be left with clouds tomorrow afternoon after this little bit of rain shuts down in the morning. Just a cloudy, uneventful day with highs near 40 for your Tuesday. Now, the mild air is going to return for one day. That's Wednesday. We're going to get into the mid-50s on Wednesday. A gusty southwest wind developing. Also a couple of rain showers around for the afternoon and early in the evening on Wednesday. And this cold front is the game changer. This is the front that's going to usher in a completely new air mass, and an air mass that's much more appropriate for the tail end of January. And it's going to come with some snow showers. There'll be some lake enhancement getting involved here. It'll be windy at times. And it's going to feel like the dead of winter finally, Thursday, and especially Friday and into the upcoming weekend. The numbers on the map here are the wind chills. So Thursday afternoon, wind chills mid-20s, air temperatures mid-30s. As we go into Friday then, wind chills in the afternoon not much better than 20 or so. Air temperatures on Friday probably around 30 to 32 on average. The weekend looks even colder. Wind chills mostly teens. Saturday, air temperatures probably stay in the 20s. And Sunday looks like a carbon copy with wind chills mostly in the teens. Air temperatures probably in the 20s. Now, how long does this colder pattern stick around? That is the question. This is the 10 to 20 day outlook on the climate forecast system model, showing a return of at least some warmth. Now, it won't be as warm as it has been lately. I don't think so anyway. But the cold will ease and we'll go back into an above average pattern for some time, some period of time. Not sure how long it lasts yet, but for some period here as we go into that 10 to 20 day time frame. Looks kind of mild. February overall trending milder than it looked a couple of weeks ago. So our updated February forecast, which we'll come up with before the end of the month, will probably feature a warmer looking map than the preliminary one I showed you probably about 10 days ago. I don't think February will be as warm as January, but the odds are increasing that it'll at least be a little above average. That's tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you tonight on 21 News at 11, and more Weather Geeks will head your way Tuesday evening, same time, same place.